What is going on, everybody? We are back, baby! Ready for another one. You know what time it is. Happy Monday. Becky first in the chat. We appreciate you, Becky. She says, where's Nance? Are you running late? Nance is in there. He says, been a BS day, night at work. It is not even night yet, sir. How long have you been at work? Crooked Orchid says, here, I didn't melt. We were worried about you out here riding around on your bike. It's a big heat dome right now in America. It's 100 degrees everywhere with the humidity and all that, and it is delightful. We are loving it over here in the Midwest, I'll tell you what. KO says, how's the temp at work, Nancy Pants? Hot as F at work. I didn't get to do my job in the AC room. Oh, man. Yeah, I remember you said you had certain work that you scheduled to do today, so you'd be in the room that had air conditioning. That's tough. I worked in AC for about an hour and finished the job way too quick. So yeah, I'm with you. I'm very red and shiny right now. So bacon strips, make sure to point that out in the comments. One of the most pain in the ass jobs we do. I have to run tonight. Okay. And all week. I got you. That's right. KO says hit that like button, bacon strips. Yes, hopefully you have fans at work. That is rough if you only have AC in one room. But I guess in industrial settings you can only ask for so much, I suppose. KO says they make things that you can listen to Bluetooth and keep you cool, like a personal fan around your neck. Okay, you have 2 fans pointed at you currently. That's how you do it, man. I have a fan pointed at me, but it is not turned on because it is way too loud on the microphone. So it is going to be hot in here, baby. Will says 4th. What's going on, Bad Will? Oh, Becky in there too, and we got Falcor as well. What's up, Falcor? CB in the chat too. Crooked Orchid says, that's what happened at work. It was 100 plus in the kitchen, but the bike ride home was so sunny I was melting. I had to bike to the post office. Oh my gosh, dude. You gotta get a ride on a couple of these days. These next few days are gonna be so hot. Nance says, at least in the cold, I can put on more clothes. In the summer, I can only take off so much before the police show up. You know, that is a problem, but it really, you only get to a certain point of relief with that. You know, it still is hot, no matter what you're wearing. CB says, good thing I brought my AirPods to dinner. We appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Little covert extras listening for you. Nance is working 2 p.m. to 12:30 a.m. Whoo! CB says, I'm in Biloxi and it's freezing, pouring down rain. No kidding. Okay. Well, I would think Biloxi would be hot if the whole nation is getting this heat wave right now. I feel like the South is like known for the extreme heat and humidity, but Nance says it is pure hell outside. It's not that bad here. I mean, it was 93 today, I think. The heat index got over, I think it was like 104 or something like that, but you know, whatever. It's just numbers. Nance says, what is it, CB? 75? 88, but it feels cold. 88, but it feels cold. I guess that's the Florida for you. You know, we're used, this is the same thing that that allows us to persevere in the wintertime and has her wearing a parka when it's 75. But now CB is the one who's well equipped, and we're all miserable, and this is her season. Nance says, just like the office idiots, go in the office to find info, and the guys in there are complaining it's warm in the office at 74. Meanwhile, it's 105 in the shop. Yeah, and I feel like probably working in the shop is more of a physical job. Just guessing. I mean, maybe it's a physical job in that office. I'm not sure. Dirty Diana says, just do the show nude. That should help. We are not that kind of channel. Thank you, though. Overlord Falcor says, imagine being hot and gross and covered in dog and cat hair. I hate life when it's this hot. Oh my gosh, yeah. Falcor does animal grooming. So, yes, that is a lot. That is a lot to deal with. I can't imagine being sweaty and wet and like just a bunch of hair sticking to me. That does sound really unpleasant. CB says, I can't help it. I'm a freeze baby. I'm getting that way too. I don't know what it is. My cold hardiness is wearing off, and now I can't do the winter as well as I used to be able to. D says, most grannies are always cold. That tracks, CB. That's funny. Yes, absolutely. Falcor, thank you for being here. Pushing keys on a keyboard, drawing in CAD. Oh, okay. Okay, so they make all the drawings for the pieces you guys produce. That makes sense. Okay. Crooked Orchid says, did you take any pictures of your lilies this year, Falcor? No, I haven't, but I can. All right. Yeah, I want to see those. Put those in the Discord. Today we got the Island Punch Spin Drift again, so cheers. No, it's not water only today, so I figured it's hot. I can treat myself, right? Have a little bit of goose while we talk about this insane craziness here. So this video went viral where okay, Nance says, such a hard job they have. Meanwhile, they get a comfy chair and the most they lift is a pencil. Well, hey, you know, somebody's got to do that work, right? Everyone's job is important. Honestly, I could not sit for my job. That would drive me crazy. So, big props to the people who can do that, because if everyone was like me, then we wouldn't have anyone to sit in the office and push the buttons. So that's, that makes sense. KO says, lilies are deer lollipops. I can't have them, but I love them. Okay. Yeah. Lilies and begonias. Deer love begonias. Nat says, I've drank almost an 8-pack of Gatorade 20-ouncers so far. So far in your shift since 2 p.m., bro? You gotta take it easy. That's like, Lord. What is that, like 250 grams of sugar? Becky will have your head on that. CB says, I really like the new client I'm at this week. Everyone's super nice. Well, that's awesome. Like, it's tough when you get a new client because you don't know what to expect when you're going in to meet people. So it's always really nice when they turn out to be nice and you're nice and everyone's nice and you can just do your work and get to it. You don't have to worry about politics and drama and bickering. That's great. Love when everyone has a good attitude. Nance says, they go down like a fat kid on a seesaw. Oh, in reference to the Gatorades. Falcor says, it's a ton of sodium too. We need the sodium though. When we're sweating this much, I definitely am with you there. I had water and Fritos. Fritos was my salt thing today. You got to have some salt with you on a day like this, because you definitely lose it. I don't know how I can censor that comment, but yes, I agree. It is hard to care about things when it's hot, you know, because it's really all you're thinking about. But okay, so this video that went viral, I heard about from our friend Amy Robinson, who I linked her channel in the description. But she's got her finger on the pulse of the TikTok, and she really broke down this story nice. So I want to let her kind of set it up, and she found the clips and found everything, whatever. And then I have some other viewpoints, and we can kind of get into this topic a little bit. Becky says, time to fire up my other YouTube so I can see everyone. CB says, I haven't eaten yet today, and I was up at 4 a.m. for my flight. Oh, boy. Are you doing the fasting now, or you're just, like, that was just an inconvenient day for you? Because that's tough. I don't know if I could do that, even if you're just, like, especially traveling, because the temptation of bad food is just everywhere. I would be eating so much garbage if I was if I was hungry and traveling. Will says, I've had, like, 8 bottles of water, most of them with the Skittles drink mix. They're so good. Okay. So I'm going to try those. I'm going to get those this week and try them on Friday. CB says, just sat down for some sushi, though. Okay, sushi is dinner. Sushi's a good, like, hot weather kind of dinner to have, because it's cold and still satisfying. And, yeah, I'm with you. That's great. That's a good plan. Becky says, I got the husband some liquid IV today. I've had that stuff. I feel like it's almost a little too salty. Like, my favorite when I'm feeling dehydrated is the Body Armor. I mean, Gatorade's good too, but I don't know why. The Body Armor maybe has less sugar. I actually don't know how much it has. Probably has more. I have no idea. But to me, it doesn't, like, I don't know. It doesn't seem like you're getting as much sugar. Maybe it just doesn't taste as good. I have no idea. I might be completely wrong. Will says the Skittles drinks are best when you put them in a cup of ice. Yeah. Oh, I'm definitely gonna do that, my friend. We're gonna do a cup of ice and goose. That is how you treat a new drink. So guys, feel free to let me know if you find another Spindrift that you like. I want to try some new ones, because I've been on the Island Punch and Lime kick, and I'm ready to get something different. Becky says, I'm drinking the sugar-free Body Armor right now. Okay. Falcor says, I do the zero sugar Gatorade. Okay, so I want to see, hold on. Sorry, Bacon Strips. I know you really want to get to the topic, and I'm just talking too much, but I want to see how much sugar is in the Body Armor drinks. Crooked Orchid says, Drew will be loose on the goose. That's right. That's funny. Okay, so here is... I gotta click the button so everyone can see it, idiot. There we go. Here we go. So the Fruit Punch flavor for 12 ounces has 25 milligrams of sodium and 22 grams of sugar. Lord have mercy. Oh no. Oh no, you guys. I can't drink this anymore. See, that's dirty too, because you see what they did there? On this is a 20, this is a 12 ounce, and they're comparing it to a 20 ounce of the other flavor. So the 20 ounce, I usually get the 32 ounce Body Armor. If you like Body Armor, look away. 35 milligrams of sodium isn't a lot. I thought it'd be a lot more. But 36 grams of sugar? Shh, man. You might as well have a soda. Really? I mean, what's a soda's like 35 for a 12-ounce can of like Coca-Cola is like 35 grams of sugar, right? Falcor says the sodium in Gatorade is crazy. Yes, it is. That's why it's really only for people who are like sweating crazy, or they're having like doing a really intense workout or something where you really need that sodium replacement. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not a doctor or anything. Don't listen to me. I'm just a fat guy trying to lose weight. Bacon strips, feel free to leave me some more pro tips in the comments. Lord, if that guy ever comes back again, he's gonna be so confused, because even the regular vitamin water is barf level. I don't drink vitamin water. I'm not sure about that. I haven't had that one, and I haven't had the whatever the Jake Paul one is called. I don't drink that. Prime energy or whatever it is. I don't no thanks. But okay, so Amy's got this situation, okay? If you haven't guessed by my video packaging here, we're talking about the gym, okay? And we're talking about creating content around fitness in public places where others are working out. So not just gyms, but also at like classes, like spin classes, Pilates classes, yoga classes. You guys got to tell me, I don't do the classes, so is it a normal thing that there's like one or two people in every class filming themselves? And before you jump in the comments and say not everyone filming themselves is an influencer, totally get that. I totally respect. If you want to film yourself for form correction and tracking your progress and seeing how your body transforms over time, absolutely love all of those reasons. Film yourself doing whatever you want. But I feel like you have to do it in a certain way, you know? You got to be mindful and demure, like the TikTok people say. As Jeffrey says, you got to be a little surreptitious with it, you know? And yes, that's surreptitious for those who are uninitiated and don't know the wonders of Jeffrey LaRoque. Man, there would be a hole in my life without that man. He is one of the few things that makes me laugh anymore on that show. Becky says, I can't have the sugar. I've never had the regular ones. Okay. Falcor says, the Triple X vitamin water just hits. Okay. I haven't tried the Triple X. What flavor's Triple X? Oh, this. Of course Falcor knows the story. You're on the talk, you know what it is. I do classes, and I've never seen anyone film. Okay. What kind of classes do you do, Falcor? Is that like spin or Pilates, yoga? What are we talking about? Because I feel like sometimes if you pick a corner or you're in the back and you film yourself a little bit, I don't have a problem with that at all. You know, I don't think anyone else would either, because this is the world we live in, you know? We film each other, we film ourselves. I'm filming myself right now talking to you. So, you know, I can hardly criticize people for wanting to film. I'm streaming to 5 people. I go out there and get it. You know what I'm saying? I would never discourage anyone from creating content, but we need to do it in a respectful way that not only makes other people in the gym feel safe coming to the gym, but, you know, in a way that is considerate to everyone's right to use the place that we've all paid the membership to use. CB says, I had a girl filming on the reformer next to me at Pilates a few days ago. I told her to stop unless she wanted me to break her phone in half. Okay, so that's one way that you can deal with a person who's filming near you that you don't want to film. And that is the other side of it, because even if you plan to edit the content and remove the people in the background later or blur their faces. Now, blurring faces is not a hard thing to do if you are familiar with you don't even need high-level software. Basic editing software can do it. I have DaVinci Resolve Studio, and it actually has, you highlight the face that you want to track, and it uses AI to track through the whole footage and blur that face, and then you can kind of scrub through and make sure that it did a good job and covered the face the whole time, and then that's it. But if you make content on a phone, it's very difficult to blur the back. Now, there's a lot of AI tools. It's getting easier. But in general, I would not trust a person who's editing on their phone for TikTok or Instagram to not include the background people if I was one of those people, personally. And if I went to the gym, you know, I don't know. I don't know how honest I want to be here, but I don't want to be filmed at the gym, you know? Like, I'm not proud of what I look like. So I'm going to the gym to improve myself. And I definitely don't want a picture or a video of me at, in my opinion, my ugliest moment to be featured as content on someone's channel. So I see that side of it too. So we got examples of both. Becky says, I go to the gym 5 days a week and I haven't seen anyone filming. Girl, you go to the gym 5 days a week? Nice work, dude. Lord, that's awesome, dude. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. 5 days a week she's going out here, dude. I haven't been to the gym in 3 months, okay? Maybe longer. I mean, I do work a physical job, but it's not the same. It's not the same thing. But, okay, so you say no one films at the place where you work out. Is it like a franchise gym, or is it like a one-off? You know, don't dox yourself and say what gym you go to, but just, you know, is it like a one-off, like mom and pop style training place, or is it like, you know, one we all know the name of? Becky says, you tell him, CB. CB says, like, that's gonna be a big no for me if you're filming me while you're filming yourself. 100%. Yes, I agree. Falcor says, I do the strength, full body, and core strength classes. Okay, nice. That's great. So that's like calisthenics kind of thing. Okay, that's cool. I'm not well versed in the classes stuff, so I'm learning. Crooked Orchid says taking notes for other stuff. Oh. Actually, you know what? I have an example for you regarding that. KO says, I'm DMing you about that software. It's called DaVinci Resolve Studio, but I will warn you, they have a free version, but you do need a computer that has decent capabilities to run it, or else it will just crash. It will crash every time you try and use it. So that's one thing. But I can point you to a few that are a little bit easier on system resources. CB says, there is no scenario where I would be okay with being filmed at the gym without my consent. 100%. And I don't know why gyms are still allowing people to film. I know some gyms have a certain time of day where you're allowed to film. It's like an hour and a half or 2 hour period. So from like 10 a.m. to noon, you can film at the gym. And then every other time, you can't film. So I kind of like that. That's a good compromise, I guess. If you don't want to run off, you know, these fitness influencers potentially are a good client for a gym because they're posting video of your gym for other people to see, which is great. That's free marketing, potentially. But if they're running off your other customers, you're not winning. So, I kind of like that compromise of having this schedule. CB says, Drew, we all go to the gym 5 days a week. Step your game up, brother. Well, you and Meech definitely do. I will step my game up. Thank you. KO says, Becky is a gym goat. That's right. Becky says Planet Fitness. Okay. Yes. CB says, I rode 65 miles on my bike this weekend, KO. That is awesome. 65 miles is great. Do you like your new bike, by the way? It looked really cool. KO says, I have a new laptop just for these things. Okay, I got you. Perfect. I would be fine if they just had one designated Pilates class where people could film and I just wouldn't go to that class. See, that's great. I like that. I like that compromise. But also, it's insane that would even have to exist. I wonder how many people would sign up for the content creators Pilates class. You know how they had Adult Swim at pools? They can do influencer time at the gyms. That's a good idea, KO. That's a good idea. Nance says, but I want to see the hippo butt. See, that's what we don't want. That's the energy we don't want. Meech in the chat. What's up, Meech? 7:30 a.m. where you're at. Good morning to you. You're having a coffee and I'm having a vodka. Cheers. Becky says, how's your new bike? Like, do you pedal all the time with help or can you just ride? I think she said it's pedal assist. So you still pedal. It just, while you're pedaling, it's like compounding your efforts. So the harder you pedal, it kind of gives you a little boost. But yeah, you're still getting a huge workout in. And arguably, it's harder to pedal because of the resistance of the motor in there, you know, on the ones I've tried anyways. Meech, we are talking about a viral video that brought up the issue of filming in the gym or at fitness classes. CB says, Shell, I'm in your time zone and you're not even here. Okay, yes. So pedal assist, it helps with the pedaling, but you're still pedaling. So you're getting the good workout, but you're able to instead go like 30 miles an hour, you know, which is cool. Like, I think that makes the workout better because you're able to go, you're still getting the workout in and you're able to go cool places. So I think that's cool. I want to try that out. Nance says, Meech, CB is cold because it's 88. Yes, it is very cold in Central Time. Okay, so here's Amy Robinson. She is going to get us up to speed on this situation. Her video is called TikToker Calls Out Influencer for Filming During Pilates Class. I have her channel linked below, and you know, if I get in there and do the time codes, I will put the link to the actual video in 3 weeks or less, bacon strips. But Meech says, Nance, we've been knowing this. Okay, so all right, let me make sure. I think we're good on volume. Okay. So here's Amy. The influencer deleted her OG video so fast. Oh yeah. Yes, absolutely. And that's why I love Amy, because when she saw this, she hit that download button immediately. Fantastic, man. So, let's hear her set up the story here. CB says, Pilates is really not an appropriate place to film. It's kind of meant to be zen. That's what I thought, too. It's kind of like, that'd be like filming at a yoga class. It's kind of like, goes against the principle of what you're doing. But, I don't know. I don't do Pilates, so maybe I'm wrong about that. But, sounds like we're on the same wavelength. And CB is known for having correct opinions. So, I will trust her on that. So here's Amy.
Hey guys, how are we all doing? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hope everyone's weekend is going fabulously. If you caught me in my last video, I was a sweaty mess. Well, we actually had a thunderstorm.
That's okay,
today.
Amy. I'm a sweaty mess too.
So today's bit of internet TikTok drama comes from two separate accounts, and I'm just going to walk you through it. Right, I'm not even going to give you a big introduction. I'm literally just going to walk you straight through it, because not only do we have both parties kind of responding, but we also have the Pilates studio, who has now issued their own little statement due to what has been going on. Just sit back and just let me guide you. So there's a TikToker called Kelsey, and she comes back into her car because she just got out of a Pilates class.
Now, it's Kelsey Jameson on TikTok, okay? So here is her page. She is like super genuine, nice person, and just has like normal vlog content. And she actually has a nice page, so give her a follow. She has 5,300 followers. It's Kelsey Jameson on TikTok. But yeah, so here's the video that went viral that started this whole thing.
And she was upset. She was caught on camera by this lady who was, took it upon herself to not only film herself in the Pilates class, but also film everyone else. And Kelsey was upset because she didn't want to be featured on this video.
I was at Pilates and I was already being brave because I had to take a spot for the front. And I look over and the beautiful woman...
Now, I'm sorry to pause it right away, but I think it's important to point out that first thing she says here is, she says, I was already being brave by taking a spot at the front. Now, that might not make sense to you, but if you're self-conscious about going to work out, any little thing like this is only going to make that worse. And so if she's already dreading this and she feels self-conscious because she's got a spot at the front of the class, like already she's not comfortable with just the people in the class watching. So obviously she's not going to want to be in a video. And I just think that's important to recognize, because a lot of people, it's not just like, some people it's tough for them to show up at the gym, So if they're there and she's made the commitment and gone to the class, like, you don't want to discourage her from doing that. CB says, Joseph Pilates is rolling over in his grave. Is that a real person? Am I stupid for not knowing that? Meech says, don't most Pilates places ask you not to bring your phone in? It's so rude to have your phone when you're in the group fitness. Okay, see, that makes sense to me. CB says 100% correct, Shell. You're not really even supposed to have your phone in the studio. Becky says, I mean, if you want to film, just do it at home. 100% agree. 100% agree. If you need the audio of someone running a Pilates class to make it seem more real, find one on YouTube and do their course and film yourself. It's very simple. That's absolutely right, Becky. CB says there's no front in the studio I go to, but go on. I'm just picturing I've been to a yoga class and I've had this exact same moment, okay? I'll be a little vulnerable for y'all, okay? So a dude like me going to a yoga class, excuse me, already you know, people are going to look at you weird. They're going to think, why is he here? He's not taking this seriously. He's here to be creepy, blah, 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 whatever. I get it. I get all of those things. I'm not even mad. I can see myself. But also, I felt that pressure because when I got there, everyone was all set up in little rows, okay? There were 6 rows. 6 people wide and 4 rows front to back. And the only spots that were left were in the front. And I kind of thought, like, okay, I'll sit at the front so that it doesn't look like I'm trying to look at other people. But also, I didn't want to sit at the front because I don't want them watching me because I'm terrible at yoga. And already, like, it was tough to go to a thing like that. And how are you supposed to get better if you don't go to a class? But if you do go, you know, that's what it looks like. So I definitely understand the anxiety of being, you know, not wanting to be at the front of the class for sure. But okay.
Woman next to me has a tripod setting up, and I've never moved faster. I respect the hustle.
And Kelsey was upset because she didn't want to be featured on this video.
I was at Pilates, and I was already being brave because I had to take a spot for the front. And I look over, and the beautiful woman next to me has a tripod setting up, and I've never moved faster. I respect the hustle, and in her defense, maybe she would have cropped me out.
She said the beautiful woman next to me was setting up a tripod. Called herself beautiful. Or called the woman beautiful.
But like when I go to a workout class, I did not sign up. Me and my tummy did not sign up to be in your video. Like
100%, girl. Exactly right. Like I don't want to be in your stupid Instagram story later where you're zooming in on how fat the dude who's in your Pilates class is. You know what I mean? Like, girls feeling self-conscious at the gym. Dudes are there too. We're not all Wes Watson. You know what I mean? I'm not the Adonis that Mr. Wes Watson and his friends are. So when you go to a gym and you're already like, ew, you know, I feel gross. I don't want other people looking at me. And then someone's filming next to you. I definitely can relate to that. CB says, I love that you went to yoga. Me says, my heart skipped a beat. Yeah, I did 2 classes actually. I after that first one, I somehow made it to a second one, but on that one it was better. I got there early, so I didn't have to be in the front. Meech says, if I saw Drew in my yoga class, my mat is going right next to his. Oh God. See, I wouldn't want that. I'd feel self-conscious about that right away. Like, just as much as the girls don't want me in the class, I don't know. I don't want to be there, I guess.
Screenshotting a video and being like, LOL, you're in the back of this.
Yeah.
Didn't sign up for cyberbullying today. Not today. I think we just like need to normalize either A, always covering up someone's face. Like if you want to get that content, respect, but please do not put me in it. Or like we just stop filming in class.
I for one completely get 110% get where people are coming from.
And I don't even trust that people are gonna blur it. You know, they might say, oh yeah, I'm gonna blur it, and then not blur it. And then they could even do a zoom in. They could crop into you and be like, look at this weirdo, told me not to film. So it's tough. It's tough. And we'll see examples of that after this.
A lot of workout classes. I used to teach workout classes. I was in the fitness industry for a
no
little
kidding.
while.
Okay,
but
so she knows. She used to be an instructor.
Like trained or worked in the industry. I was an avid like class nut. I used to absolutely love all the different like body pumps and body balances, and I don't know, there's loads of them now. Like I used to love them. TikTok wasn't a thing. Okay, so that's why I'm gonna put it like that. And people at that point were not filming their workout classes unless they discussed it with the rest of the class, and it was because the instructor needed to do it, not because you have influencers who come in just start panning round, you know. But I am definitely with her on this one. I think that if you are wanting to film a workout, do it so that no one else is in shot. Or do a private one.
Filming yourself is totally fine.
I wouldn't want to be in someone else's videos because you're there.
You got to be in the corner to pull that off, so no one's in the background.
put on blast and like put on the internet and then have other people scrutinize you, because trust me, like, people are rude on the internet.
Yeah, 100% right. Meech says no, there should be no self-consciousness in yoga, just do you.
Severely rude. At the same time,
that's true,
that was going on
in an ideal world.
There was a video from an influencer called Letty Unfiltered.
Okay, now here's the second character. This is Letty Unfiltered on TikTok. Letty. CB says, I'm not self-conscious, but I'm also not okay with anyone putting my picture or video on social media without my consent. Absolutely agree. Absolutely agree. Nobody should be doing that to a stranger at all. And
funnily enough, this video has actually been deleted. I saw it originally, and I'm actually glad that I didn't screenshot it. Leslie had posted a video.
She doesn't have the
her,
original?
like trying to set up the tripod and like getting in the frame. Kelsey then walks into it and immediately like turns around and goes the other direction. Okay. And Leslie just full on like rolls her eyes. She's given like Mean Girl vibes, yeah? It was not good. And it was...
Okay, so that's the thing that kicked this off. The creator rolled her eyes when Kelsey moved spots after realizing she was in the shot because she didn't want to be. I don't know why you would roll your eyes at someone who doesn't want to be filmed at the gym. Meech says, never, CB. Group fitness is 1000% phone free. Yeah, for sure. It should be.
Was 110% Kelsey. People saw Kelsey's video, then saw Leslie's video. You can obviously see where this is going to go. Now, I believe the caption was something like, POV, you are sensitive to energy. But either way, Leslie rolled her eyes. She rolled her eyes at the fact that someone else dared to be upset that they were being featured.
I guess I'm
in
sensitive to energy.
After people put two and two together and realized that Kelsey was
Letty
talking about
calls
Leslie.
herself
Leslie
an energy girl,
and she starts posting a series of TikToks. One of them being, be mad at the mirror, not me. Yelling mean while being mean. And then saying, when people call you out for not being a girl's girl and they're right, I'm an energy.
Guess which student has a better chance of getting into an...
So she's an energy girl. And we're going to find out I'm not sure what an energy girl is, but she's an energy girl,
yeah, people weren't happy with her because, you know, it kind of felt like she was...
This commenter says, mind you, she called you beautiful and spoke in your defense. You can maintain your confidence while holding yourself accountable. Almost 2,000 likes on that one. As a fitness instructor, we also do not like it when people film in class. Hope this helps. This person says, just emailed the studio. Damn, this is not cool at all. I definitely agree.
Was making fun of Kelsey for just not wanting to be shown when she's working out, you know, and she thinks it's nice and private.
I don't get why you would make fun of someone.
I think that's a fairly normal demand.
But then she does this terrible apology video. This is the mean girl apology for y'all.
You know, I'm an extroverted person, and sometimes we just can't help ourselves.
I wanted to set a few things straight because things have been blown out of proportion and a bit misconstrued. So to start off, my video is not a response to her. Her video is not a response to mine. We both separately made these videos.
She's saying hers is not a response, yet she made all those comments specifically referring to the situation and posted the clip of the girl not wanting to be in her shot and her rolling her eyes and made a big deal out of it. Like, girl, you caused this whole situation.
Simultaneously, meaning she shared her perspective because she felt away, right? And my video is exactly the same thing. Which is her right. I'm sharing a perspective of what happened because I also caught it on camera. I wasn't intending to catch that. And my title, POV.
But like when a person obviously doesn't want to be in your video and walks out of the shot real quick, your response should not be, oh, well, I'm going to make a video called "Person Doesn't Want to Be in My Video. What a loser. They don't even want to be in my video, guys." What the
of what happened, because I also caught it on camera. I wasn't intending to catch that. And my title, POV, You're Sensitive to Energy, is about me. I'm literally showing you guys, clocking it, how I rolled my eyes because she walked away. And
yeah, you're so powerful and cool.
It wasn't towards hate or anything towards her. It was just like,
it wasn't.
Oh,
it was
like,
just making fun of
her energy of disliking what I'm doing or being uncomfortable, right?
She didn't have the good energy, guys. That's what it is.
And moving away. She had all right to do that. There's no shade towards her. I think she's great from seeing her video.
No shade.
She's obviously so sweet.
You posted a whole video
on the video,
making fun of her for moving.
But my video was posted before. I did not intend for her to see it. Her face wasn't in it, but
oh
regardless,
my God, yeah.
I understand that.
Of course you didn't intend for her to see it because you're making fun of her.
But there's so
and it
much
makes you look
controversy
bad.
whether we should film or we shouldn't. In my eyes, I've filmed there before. No one told me I couldn't. My goal isn't to get people in it, but sometimes angles, stuff like that, it's hard. And I hope...
Yeah, angles, stuff like that, guys, it's hard. You know, it's hard out here being a fitness influencer. So, I just think that's a really disingenuous apology there, because it's a total non-apology, really. She's basically just like, oh, well, I was just posting that video because I have energy and she has bad energy, and, like, there's really no justification for treating other people like this. She didn't want to be in your video, and your response was to clown on her for not wanting to be in your video instead of being respectful.
I don't know if everyone
and just
understands
editing that clip out. And even right now, she's rolling her eyes while she's explaining it.
This because not everyone films, but setting up a little tripod on its own is already like stressing.
You guys, if you don't know, it's so hard to film. We have to set up a tripod. It's so hard. My camera is sitting on a tripod right now. I've never had any problem with the tripod. But okay, sure. I guess I don't have energy. I'm not an energy girl, so maybe that's what it is. Crooked Orchid says, "Girl, tech is hard. I get it." What a double see you next Tuesday.
You don't want people to see you doing that. You don't want to seem self-absorbed.
Yeah,
but you gotta do
you
what you
are
do.
though.
So, on my end, I take full accountability of that.
You do? You just said there was no shade when you were clearly throwing shade, and you refused to apologize and said that the girl doesn't have energy. How did you take accountability? Show me where that part was.
But my videos that I made after were never targeted towards her. They're actually targeted to the people in my comments. The people who are so upset and like to throw rocks and call me a mean girl.
Yeah.
Yet here they are.
Yeah, it's the people in the comments who are mean.
Honey, keep trying, because something about me is I'm just very confident in who I am. Not claiming to be perfect, but I know who I am, and I'm not worried about people trying to
film you in public,
trash my name.
Oh, really?
But anyways,
you're
guys,
not? You're not worried? That's weird. Why are you deleting all these videos then? Becky says, a lot of people film themselves bowling. See, I totally get filming yourself bowling, because there is another sport where form is huge. The slightest little movements and changes can improve your score and your abilities. So absolutely understand wanting to film yourself while you're doing something like that. But I feel like, let's say you're at the end of the bowling alley, like the far end. Now, are you going to take the camera and set it up so that you see you and the wall behind you? Or are you going to put the camera on the other side so you see you and the other 40 lanes? You know, it's very easy to film and not show things you don't want to show. Like right now. You can't even tell. But this camera is cropped in almost 2 times. because I moved it farther away from my face. It's very simple to do, but I feel like people aren't doing it, and maybe it's because they don't care, and maybe it's because, you know, we don't have big energy, and we need that energy, you know. So maybe I need to follow the mean girls of TikTok to get the energy. Exactly right. Meech says this apology is not energy at all, for sure. For what, I don't know what an energy girl is. I just learned about that today, but whatever it is, girl, that's not you. KO says she's miserable pretending she isn't. Agree. Someone that wants nothing to do with you. She is a compelling narcissist. Yes. Meech says this for sure screams narcissism. Becky says they will put it behind them on the table. Okay, so there you're seeing them and you're looking down their lane and that's it. That's awesome. Love that. Love that. See, nothing wrong with that. Filming yourself is totally fine. But this response is, man, that is very off-putting to me, in my opinion. And there's more to the story. If you want to get really into the nitty-gritty of that particular story, please check out Amy's video. TikToker calls out influencer for filming during Pilates class. There is some more drama. There is a response from the Pilates studio. So if you want to follow up with that, feel free to. But bacon strips, I'm not going to play someone's full video on stream because people are out here suing people over that. So we can talk about that in a future stream. But meanwhile, we have a content creator called Joey Swole, okay? And Joey Swole, we've actually heard from before. He is a fitness content creator, and his specialty is he analyzes gym confrontations, I guess, if you want to break down his page. So he'll show a clip of a video, and then he will offer his opinion on what happens in the video through the lens of being a person who's in the gym all the time, who is I don't know, I think he's like a trainer or something. Falcor says, I love him. Me too. Joey Swole is awesome. Great. I'm just great energy. And he just, you know, like that's the kind of people we need in this world. I absolutely agree. I love Joey Swole. Meech says, take that, bacon strips. Absolutely. But check out, this is Joey Swole's video called Main Character Syndrome to the Max. I hope Planet Fitness kicks her out.
Yeah, so DSCR loan. So this is an interesting loan.
Lord, I really need to get the no commercials YouTube on this thing. Sorry.
First, let's give a shout out to all the looky-loos.
Okay, give a shout out to all the looky-loos. Now, if you're not watching, this is Body by Venus on Instagram. Notice the weird person sitting behind me doing half-ass reps, trying to act like he didn't just sit there to stare at me. All right. Okay. Already have feelings about that statement, but go ahead.
That automatically show up.
Okay, so she's saying that guys are showing up. So she's taking off her shirt. I don't know what's happening.
And just for the record, guys, there's nothing worse than a creeper. Like, you have no chance doing stuff like that. Just FYI.
Wait. Is she talking about the guy in the background who's looking at the ground right now? That guy hasn't looked at her once in this whole video. Hold on a second. We're talking about this guy? That's the weird dude? Hold on a sec. I wasn't watching him. I was watching her. I'm sorry, I'm a man. Okay, so we're watching the guy in the white shirt and gray shorts here.
Looky-loos.
Okay, he looked forward there for a half second, but I don't think he looked at her. Now he's looking to the side.
Automatically show up.
I mean, he's working out there. He's doing a set, okay.
And just for the record, guys, there's nothing worse than a creeper. Like, you have no chance doing stuff like.
My man is looking down at the ground right now. Now, I am not saying that there aren't creepy dudes at the gym, because there are those, and that definitely exists and needs to be called out, because that's gross. Don't be gross to girls at the gym who are just there to improve themselves, just like you are. But I think that goes without saying. And also, I feel like this guy is, he's looking at the ground. So I'm not sure what he's done here.
That just, FYI, the guy behind me.
She's pulling her...
Let me give you a show since you want to watch.
She's taking her clothes off now because he's not looking at her enough. Okay.
You can watch.
Oh wait, I missed that caption at the bottom. The only downside to training in public gyms is they are not used to seeing someone fit like me. Okay.
You can watch the full videos on her story, but she says that
yeah, guys, we're just not used to seeing people fit like her. That's what it is. It's not the fact that she's literally removing clothes while at the biggest mirror in the gym right at the front and filming herself.
Man is sitting behind her just so he can stare at her and do his half-ass reps. First off, those aren't half-ass reps. Those are good full reps. Every time you pan over to show him staring at you, he's either watching himself work out in the mirror or he's not looking at you at all.
Literally, that was like the only time where he even looked forward. Becky says, oh, hell yeah, there is. CB, how is the Starbucks guy? Okay, I don't... the Starbucks guy. Oh, yeah. Yes. The guy that used to hang out at your gym. So CB has a gym that she went to that closed. And there was a notorious customer who would come in with his full Starbucks breakfast. Coffee, he's got his little pastry, his little donut, his egg sandwich, whatever. Spread all that out. Just set up camp and watch CB work out. CB might have dipped on us, but that's okay. That was the funniest thing. Like, I don't know, man. That's really brazen. That's pretty brazen. You're gonna show up to the gym. Yes, CB, the full-on breakfast eater. Yeah. So, now it's funny because I'm self-conscious about being at the front of the yoga class, and here's this guy who's like, okay, I got my coffee, I got my pastry, got my donut, got my egg sandwich, and now I'm gonna watch CB on the treadmill for 30 minutes. Like, what, dude? That is crazy. Becky says, yes, that Starbucks guy. Yes, the no workout guy. Yes, absolutely. She says, you want to talk about an actual creeper? This was also going on at 5 a.m. 5 a.m. we're doing this. That's thirst, okay? I went the wrong way. That's thirst, okay? It's called thirst. If you're up at 5 a.m. at the gym eating a full breakfast, watching women work out, please go home. You have a problem. When you told that story, that caught me off guard so much because it's so brazen. I almost was like maybe she was mistaken, but then you said it's happened multiple times and it's no, this guy is full on. He is just, the gym is his cafe. I guess it's different if you, let's say he brought his wife to the gym, maybe she can't drive or doesn't drive or whatever, and he's just hanging out there. But to be camped out and you're just like, hey, you going on the treadmill today? What are you doing after that? You gonna stretch first? That's, I don't know, man. That's a different level. Now that guy has confidence I don't have, apparently. CB says, my dude gave 0. Okay, he just did not care. He does not care what anyone thinks. Meech says, to be fair, I might set up camp to watch CB work out. Hey, you know, I feel like if you did it, it'd be different. Just my impression, though. Maybe I'm wrong. CB says, oh, it happened a few times until I turned around and I asked him if he was going to work out or just watch me. Oh, man. He must have been just hard in his throat at that point. Because however old he is, when you get confronted like that, especially by a super confident person, yeah, there's very little wiggling out of that. He had no actual justification to be like, no, I'm waiting for my wife, or no, I'm, you know, it's not like he could be like, oh no, that's my wife right there next to you. You know, that's nice old guy stuff. That Starbucks camping, that's weird old guy stuff. Okay, we need to recognize the line, gentlemen, and I'm going to go ahead and say, now I don't want to speak for women. Maybe they do, maybe they're at the gym trying to meet the man of their dreams. But it's my impression as an uneducated, stupid man that women don't want us to talk to them in the gym or the grocery store or pretty much just if you think I'm gonna go talk to that girl, just stop. Just don't. Leave her alone. She does not want to hear from you. Okay? See also the hotel front desk worker stream, whatever that one was called, about the rampant epidemic of front desk workers being harassed by lonely dudes staying in hotels. CB says, haven't seen him since. You intimidated him right out of the gym. He just dipped. He was like, nope, I can't do it. I can't face her anymore. She saw me. I blew my cover. I had too much Starbucks that day. Becky says, well, we know what he was doing then. Yeah, he was not working out. We can say that. CB says the worst part was most times he and I were the only ones in the gym. Okay, all right. Now, wait, like that early in the morning, is there staff there? Because it could be, if this is a 24-hour gym, you could potentially be there alone with this dude. Is that what we're talking about? Because that's like, that's a different level of weird, for sure. CB says, well, no, that's not true. It was me and him and my revolver. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, that helps. But also, if he recognizes that it's just you and him in the gym, now there's no cover, you know, for whatever lie he was going to tell or whatever reason he had for being there. So that's totally different. I was picturing a crowded gym. KO says, I like talking to people. Hey, you know, and talking to people is fine, but that's not what these guys want. That is not what these guys want. Meech says, the gym is a great place to meet someone if you're single, and if you're being respectful about how and when you approach a woman, it's fine to talk to them there. I agree, but I feel like the type of guy who's going to the gym to predate women that he sees there, he's not going to be picking up on social cues that would indicate whether someone's authentically interested in you or if they just made like momentary eye contact. So you definitely, you have to be careful there. As a guy, I feel like just err on the side of caution. KO says, he was a grade voyeur. Okay, CB says no, there was no staff. So yeah, that's a whole different level of bad there. Meech says, but also recognize, if the woman doesn't want to talk to you, you should be able to figure out in the first 3 seconds talking to them. 100% agree. If they look away from you, they're not looking at you anymore, that's it. Just say hi and leave. Nothing wrong with saying hi. I didn't mean that. I just mean, generally people who are going to the gym are trying to work out. Not like, you know, they don't want to be chatted up by everybody. But I definitely can see where, you know, maybe if you're single, you go to the gym. Try and chat up some local singles. KO says, I don't think I would meet anyone at a gym I would have a meaningful relationship with. Okay. I think some people would say that about bars too. So, you know, I guess it depends on your lifestyle. So if you're a gym person, you know, maybe that is a good spot to meet somebody, because then they're going to have similar health goals and priorities as you. CB says, if he would have jumped on the treadmill next to me and talked to me, I wouldn't even have cared. See, and that's totally different because he's there working out. Sitting there with your breakfast staring, that's totally different. KO says, I'm also not into workout guys. Okay. I gotcha. Meech says, exactly, CB. There's plenty of guys at the gym that aren't gym guys, if that makes sense. Okay. Meeting some people on a hike is totally my style. I'm not a bar girl, says KO. That's okay. You know, or, you know, maybe the botanical gardens or something. Okay, so now, let's hear Joey Swole's take on this video, the girl trying to call out the guy behind her.
And you even say that you're gonna put a show on for him. You pull your pants down, you grab your chest, and he still doesn't look at you. But I wouldn't blame him if he did. You're standing directly in front of him, posing, trying to get attention.
I disagree.
Taking a video you're gonna
Don't
post
stare at women
online
at the gym
for the entire internet to see.
That's weird shit.
And then you arrogantly say that the problem with public gyms is they've never seen somebody fit like you. That's pretty cocky for somebody that posts a lot of photos with wavy lines and bending boards.
Oh no, not the bending boards. That board is just wavy, Joey. It's just a wavy board.
It's not my jurisdiction. I'll leave that up to Goob. I'm sure he has something to say about that. But I really hope that Planet Fitness has something to say about this. Like, you're banned.
He was referencing there a creator who calls out fitness creators who use filters and Photoshop in their photos, which is fine if you want to do that. But if you're using those photos to sell things, you're misrepresenting the results that people can get from doing whatever thing you're trying to sell. KO says, oh my god, yes, botanical gardens, yes. Meech says, oh, for real, he called her out. Yeah, so, and that other guy he referenced, Goob or Goop, or I don't know. I'm not familiar with him, but I have heard the name. He points out Instagram chicks that use Photoshop and stuff. So, Meech says that bendy board is totally natural. Some would, you know, it gets exposed to water only in one spot, and it can warp, you know, and then you have, yeah, totally. That happens all the time. But you know what? Okay, so this one, he said, this is why so many people want to ban filming at gyms.
I got
oh my
this
god,
car
another
recently,
commercial.
and look how much I was paying for insurance before. I used this.
Okay. Alright, I don't want that music on here, but she's mad that people are in her shot a bunch. I mean, she's not saying anything to him, but she is kind of... Okay. Alright. Sorry. I didn't want the copyright claim from her little song.
Sense of entitlement has gotten out of hand. For you to get upset because there's people simply in your video going about their workout without bothering you, minding their own business, is ridiculous. It gets to the point where you actually tell that man behind you to move because he's in your video. Really? I'm sorry, but unless your name is on that gym, your filming is never a priority over other people.
And again, this is where I was referencing the video software. That clip right there. Where's that little screenshot? Where's the screenshot of her? Hold on.
Really? I'm sorry, but unless your name is on that gym, your filming is never a priority over other people. They pay the same gym membership that you do.
I agree. I agree.
If you can't film responsibly, if you can't respect other people in a shared space, you don't belong filming at all. You need to do better.
I agree, Joey. That is correct. Where's that? I was looking for that freeze frame. Oh, here it is. It's right here. Okay, now, right here in this spot, this is super easy to fix because all you have to do is take your 9 to 16 aspect ratio and crop in, because she's, you know, what you do is you film in, pro tip, okay, you film in 4K and then you crop in, because then when you crop in, it's at 1080, like what you're looking at now. If you go to the trouble to click on the settings button below you and click on advanced, well, first you click on graphics, then click on advanced, and then you can click on 1080 and you can count how many freckles I have. But yes, so my point is, this is very easy for her to fix. So asking him to move out of the shot is ridiculous. Meech says, Jesus, aren't people aren't going to interrupt their workout for your filming. I totally agree, dude. And it's not just ladies, too. I'm not picking on ladies here. Look at these dudes. They got in a lot of trouble here. So this is their video. Definitely not on steroids. 17-year-olds or whatever. I don't know. Maybe college guys. Okay. Let's hear what Joey says about it. So they're filming, and I don't know if you noticed, but there is a guy in the background who is changing, and that is what the little stop sign is covering him. So that is why we don't film in locker rooms. But okay, let's hear from Joey here. The update on these three guys who filmed that video in their gym.
To give an update to this video from yesterday, where these three young men filmed this man changing in a locker room, which of course I had to cover up. I talked to this gym, Mountainside Fitness, and they
There's a pause for you if you want to read that.
Immediately banned all three of them. So thank you to Mountainside for doing what's right to protect your members. Now, were they accountable, realizing that what they did was horribly wrong and try to make amends? Of course not. Instead, they doubled down. They made a video to attack me, and they even went to my lawyer's business page, Shaheen Damoui, and left bad reviews trying to hurt his business, which was a big mistake. Trust me.
They went after the lawyer? They went after Joey's lawyer? Okay, that's smart. Good job, boys. Yeah, okay.
You didn't want to mess with him. Now, what's really sad is I get it. They're young kids. They're going to make mistakes. And almost everybody takes
that's what I
photos
thought, too. Is they look pretty young. So, like, I'd give them the benefit of the doubt for making the mistake. But also, they have to realize this isn't a cool thing to do.
Locker room at the gym. Hell, I even did it when I was younger and didn't know any better. But I never filmed somebody changing, then posted it online. You guys took this video. You saw there was a man changing in a towel, trying to take his underwear off, and you posted the video anyway.
Yeah, that's not good. You gotta wait until no one's around. But I generally would recommend not filming in the locker room, because that is how you get kicked out of. That is how you get kicked out of the gym. Now, this story I thought was absolutely insane, okay? Now, the video that the guy is referencing here has been deleted. And I followed the sleuths, okay? And I have found the creator who made the original video. I don't know if I can show it because all of her pictures are so... I mean, some of these ladies are not wearing a lot to the gym, is all I would say. And that is fine. Wear whatever makes you feel comfortable. I'm just saying we're not allowed to show that stuff on YouTube the way that they can on Instagram. I don't know why Instagram for some reason is fine with whatever, but yeah, so check out this story. This guy's working out and he notices a girl nearby who's filming.
Came out of the gym and there was someone inside of there, a girl, and she was recording herself, like, you know, when they lifting weights and stuff like that. And she had a tripod. I don't know if she does social media. She might even see this and get mad. My fault. Anyway, as I'm around, I'm just walking, doing my stuff, and she kind of comes up to me and she says, "Oh, is it alright if you check my form? Is it alright if you just make sure that, you know, what do they call it in gym? You man will know. Let me."
Okay, so she's asking him to watch her form while she's working out, okay? And this is zk.gk on TikTok. He has a lot of videos, and I watched a few of them. I really like his vibe, so check him out if you want to, but I will let him finish his story.
Let me know in the comments. When you're checking over someone, making sure that they're doing the right form and making sure they can do the right amount of reps. I'm doing that for her. Like, she's on the squat machine, going down, up, down, up. Bear in mind, there's a camera there as well.
Okay, so she's on the squat machine.
Right? So I'm just there watching. Anyway, she finishes her set. Anyway, I go off and continue my stuff. She said, "Thank you," whatever. And she comes back up to me again and says, "Oh, is it alright if you can actually record for me?" Right? So she wanted me to record for her social media. She didn't tell me what it was for.
Gentlemen, if a girl asks you to record her for her social media, and it's not your girlfriend or your significant other, whatever, don't do it.
Can you record? I just want to see my form later on when I get back home. So can you record for me my set and how I'm doing? I said, oh, okay. So I started recording for her. She wanted me to capture like different angles and stuff, going around. Recording,
she wanted me to capture different angles and stuff. What do you think he means by that, guys?
So I've done all of this stuff. Like, I've recorded it for her and everything. And then, obviously, I've ended the recording. She's still kind of doing her stuff. And I checked all the videos, and they looked a bit weird because the way that it was angled was like strange. Anyway, I've come back in my car, right? And it is crazy because this happened. Obviously, I came to the gym about 3 hours ago, right? So I've been here for a while. She must have left. She left before me, like, because I think she must have got there earlier than me. So she left there before me. I saw her leave.
Okay, so this video's recorded 3 hours after the incident happened. Okay.
As I was doing my stuff. Come back in my car now, and I'm scrolling on Instagram, TikTok.
What are the chances, bro?
A story. Guess who's in this story?
Yours truly. Me. Yeah.
I don't follow this girl, by the way.
Oh
I don't
my
follow
God,
this girl, by the way.
no.
Someone said this to me. And the story is gym creep.
Oh my God. See, this is our worst fear as guys going to the gym. You cannot look at anyone, Meech. This is what I was talking about. You have to be really careful, because if you get filmed for a 1/10 of a second looking in the direction of a camera that you didn't know was there, it's over. It's over. You're canceled. Your job is going to find out. They're going to fire you. They're going to find your whole family's Facebook page. It's insane what they do out here, but you do not want to be labeled a gym creep. Trust me.
Type gym creep, and it's me.
KO says, "Don't do it." Yes, that's right. Do not do it. Don't film women at the gym, even if they ask you to. Becky says, "Meech, how's the dress code going at your gym?" Yeah, they had a new. I remember that they had a new dress code because the. Wasn't it the older ladies were getting upset because the young baddies were coming in and working out and making them feel bad by wearing like form-fitting clothing or something. KO says, do you think this is set up? Is the girl hot? I'm not sure. So, okay, sorry. Sorry, bacon strips. So this guy, the girl asked him to film, and he did, and now he's scrolling Instagram and TikTok, and he finds the video that he just shot.
Follow this girl, by the way. Someone sent this to me. And the story is Gym Creep. That's the title, Gym Creep. And it's me recording this girl. I didn't know that she had another tripod set up on the other side recording me. So another tripod was recording her, phone was recording her, recording me recording her.
Dirty! Okay, so she had a tripod set up to show the whole scene to capture him recording her workout after she asked him to to record for her.
So now I look like I'm just going around her, recording her doing squats.
The goose is loose.
And it's a voiceover. This Gym Creep was doing this and recording me, and he's a weirdo, and you can see his face banning from every gym. And
oh no! So she... Okay, bacon strips, I'll explain it to you. If that didn't make sense to you. She posted the video of him filming her and said, look at this weirdo filming me at the gym. Bro, what?
At the gym now, I've come in my car. So, I don't know how much
See,
this is going to
this is a trap. Do not do this.
It's already got
don't do
a decent amount. And I don't want to be bad for it, but I didn't do anything. She asked me to record her for her. So
now, KO, I had the same... She says dirty. Now, I had the same thought of whether this was set up. But personally, I feel like his reaction in the situation is genuine. And he's concerned about what's just happened here. Because now he's like, oh my god.
There's a way that I can get CCTV footage. Or... like someone can back my case or something, because I can't go out.
He said I can't go out like that, okay? So that's Z. Now, I had trouble finding an update on this story. This is ZKGK on TikTok. Man has flawless skin, by the way. He's like a model or something. He's got hundreds of videos. Check out his thing, but now maybe you have more time, you can check out those videos and see if one of those is a response. But I looked at the videos that were after that video was posted in March, and I was not able to find the actual follow-up to that. So I'm not sure, but the way I found that video was I was watching this video, and I saw the link to his video in the comments. So I'm wondering, is this girl the girl he's talking about? Okay. Now, the original video's been deleted according to the comments and the investigators in the TikTok. They have determined the original video that my man filmed for her, and she filmed with the tripod to make him look bad, was I believe it was this girl, but she deleted that original video after his TikTok in his car there that you just watched. After that went viral, she deleted hers. Yeah, that's so flip-flapped up. That's right. KO says, trying to keep it clean. Yeah, flawless. Absolutely. Absolutely flawless skin this man has. Okay, but here... Now, I don't know if I even want to say her name. Okay, but this is allegedly, in the opinion of the TikTok investigators in the comments, this is the girl from the original situation. And here is... I was able to find on her page another situation that she was in where it kind of makes me think that she does stuff like this a lot.
Tripod is crazy.
This guy says the tripod is crazy. Like having a tripod set up in the gym, like right here, this view, you can see all the machines. You can see like 6, 7, maybe 8 people. Yeah, 8 people I can see in this shot. So the angle's insane, and the tripod is crazy. What does she say?
Tripod is a little crazy. A little crazy. Are you an influencer?
I want to be.
One day?
Yeah.
Well, I think you should probably not be in Coming Georgia if you want to be an influencer.
I know.
Now, that guy was also wrong. Okay, what happened to the music? Hold on. Oh, there it is. Okay. That guy's also wrong. You're gonna say she can't do something because where she lives? Come on, shush, bro. Shush. Don't ask someone if they're an influencer either. Like, leave her alone, you know? Falcor says she probably does. I tend to think so because I was able to find this video on her TikTok, and in the comments of this video, in case you don't believe me, where is it? Here it is, right here. This is 320. This comment is from March 24th, and the video from my man was from March 16th. And the comment says, anyone else here from his video? And then other people say, wait, where is it? Me, someone posts the link, and that's how I found it, okay? So I believe, based on only that evidence, that allegedly this girl is the girl who was in his video. But I can't corroborate that because she has deleted the original video. And yeah, I don't know. I kind of assumed like he was in England stupidly, and I was wrong about that. So he is in America, so it could be. That could be the real person. I just thought that was a massive coincidence that this girl also has another video where someone's confronting her about setting up cameras in the gym. And this creator is mad. Meech says, I'm back. I had to catch up with the kids. Hey, catching up with the kids is important. You never know. You never know what they have going on in their lives. Especially since you're gone from them. You gotta, you gotta hear all the stories about the thing they saw. Okay, so here is a person who not only has the audacity to record in a gym, but also they are mad that someone would even complain about it. Meech says, Becky, the gym dress code sucks, but I can't do much about it. It is so crazy. I think that it'll get revisited. That's my opinion, though.
Somebody complained about me filming in the gym.
Okay. Somebody complained about me filming in the gym. Now, if someone complains about you filming in the gym, your response should be, oh, I'm sorry. Sorry about that. I'll turn it off right now. That is the only appropriate response, in my opinion, as a content creator. Okay? This is not my only channel, Bacon Strips, but I won't tell you where to find the other ones. Meech says the stories about the thing they saw. Yes, this was the whole conversation. Yeah, Mom. I saw, okay, hold on. I saw, wait, no, let me tell her. I want to tell her. Let me tell. Yeah, I get it. I've been there. I've had those conversations. I know how it goes. I'm sure they were so excited to talk to you, though. Your kids are adorable. Anyways, and sidebar, Falcor, dude. Your kid freaking cracks me up, man. She is tough as nails. I absolutely love her personality, man. That was that was so funny. Sorry for the inside joke there, Bacon Strips. Okay, so check out this lady. Someone complained about her filming in the gym.
If you're going to record, you bring that just a little closer to make sure not,
Let me show you what it looks like. It's actually cropped.
Now, she has gone so far as to have she's wearing a lav mic. That's why her audio sounds so crisp. She's wearing a mic clipped to her shirt. So she's got the camera hooked up, and she has a lav mic on her shirt, and that's hooked to the camera. I've considered doing a similar thing here, but I don't know. Bacon Strips would disagree, but I kind of enjoy the dynamics of being able to, if I want to lean in, get a little creepy, you know what I'm saying? I like the mic, but yeah, so some people, they take it to the next level, and they have a wireless mic. She has a wireless mic, and she's explaining to the employee, like I just said, about cropping and zooming, like this video is right here. You're at 1.7 times zoom right now, baby. Okay.
Cropped in so that you could only see me. I just had one of the workers tell me that they had a couple member complaints about me recording. He asked if I could move the camera closer. I had to show.
Now, you are at the judgment-free zone, so I feel like recording at this particular gym, you probably shouldn't, because that's like the whole point of this place, right? Is the judge. Meech says it's like you were in the conversation. Yeah. Cora is the best and has killer style. 100%. 100%, dude. She's got that aura, The Cora aura. Falcor says Cora is something, that's for sure. Dude, she is tough as nails, that kid. She's gonna have no problems in life, that is for sure. Meech says all this Planet Fitness video is missing is the dude in slacks eating pizza on the leg machine. Yeah. I'm surprised there's no one. There is one person kind of in the background, but it looks like they're on their phone. So she actually has framed the shot pretty nice so that it only includes her. But also, get a treadmill and just record it at home. But also, thirdly, okay, why can I just, fitness influencers, can you explain? Why do we record cardio? What are we doing? Why do we record cardio? I don't want to watch you run. I don't want to watch you do the stair stepper machine. How is me watching you do the stair stepper machine teaching me anything? That's dumb. What you've done is you've set up your camera and you put your butt in the center of it and you upload that to Instagram, and that's it. That's what it's really about. Just be honest. Just be honest with us. That's what you're trying to do. We know what you're trying to do. You don't have to continue with these lies, these, I'm trying to film my form. I'm trying to improve my blah, 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 blah. You're trying to film your form on the Stairmaster? No. No, you're not. We know you're not. Okay? We know what you're doing. Just own it and be a normal person. Meech says there should be a video recording alarm next to the lunk alarm. You know what? Maybe there should be. I think that the video recording alarm should play a copyrighted song to ruin everyone's video who's filming. So like Taylor Swift pops on, something like that. Or like Metallica. Somebody who's really just vicious about copyrights, Master of Puppets starts playing when you hit that button. That'd be dope, actually. I would hit that button all the time. Falcor says, I forgot about the lunk alarm. The Stairmaster machines are one way to be humbled quickly. Agree. I agree. It is a big workout, but also, hold on, where is this girl? Where's this girl I'm talking about? Because, for real, the girl is on, she's on the Stairmaster, filming herself. Wait, hold on, where is this? I don't know, we'll get to it. We'll get to it. There's a girl in here. She's, okay, now this girl, she shows you how, this is the girl showing you how.
Here's how I film myself at gym without a tripod.
This is how you film yourself at the gym without a tripod, okay? So if you are listening to this and you are super fit and you're trying to be the next hot girl influencer, I have a 6-pack and yoga pants and I'm about to light up Instagram. First of all, you know, drop the link in the comments. Okay, I'm just kidding. So
here's how I film myself at gym without a tripod, super low-key and effective. Trust me, this angle gives you the juiciest ass in the longest legs ever. From your workout spot, turn to the 45-degree angle to your left or right.
All right, now, from your workout spot, turn 45 degrees. What about the sad patrol? Meech says, yes. You do not want the sad patrol around when you're trying to work out.
Right behind you. Set down your water bottle, then lean your phone against it. Emphasize on leaning against it so that the angle is facing up a little bit. Number 1, it gives you the long legs. Number 2, it captures...
It actually gives you long legs. It makes your legs longer if you put your phone on the ground.
Properly, because you technically are standing at a higher, taller angle. Now, if you haven't seen my other video, I talked about how using the photo setting, change frame ratio to 16:9. Hold the white button.
Now, change it to 16:9. That's how you juice it up. You know, you get real juicy.
And then
I don't know
right.
now. Sidebar. Why is juicy a word we use to describe human beings? Can someone explain that? I don't know what that means. I don't think I want a person who's juicy, but okay.
Right, you can film a video while keeping your music playing. And I know that the new iOS 18 video setting finally does the same thing, but I still prefer the photo setting. Here's why. If you film in photo, there's actually a little bit more hidden edges that you can move around when you go to edit, crop. So let's say if you're a little bit out of the frame, you still have the chance to move yourself back to
center. So if your juice is out of frame, you can reposition it, guys.
But you can't do that if you recorded a video in the video setting. Okay. I hope this helps.
All right. Yeah. Well, there you go for iOS 18 fitness influencers out there. I don't know. I don't know what we're doing. Okay. I really identify. There you go, Meech. There's your there's your Drewism for today. He is all of us. I said this one. What did this guy do wrong? Tell me what this guy did wrong. Besides play copyrighted music on my stream here, that is that's Peekaboo by Kendrick Lamar. If you need some context, if that helps you understand the video better, I love this guy's facial expression, and this is everyone when you realize someone is filming at the gym. This is why I put him in the thumbnail, dude. This is so good. He's just shaking his head and glaring. I love it. Yes, he is mad you were recording at the gym because you're recording him and he doesn't want to be on the video. Can you imagine if the situation were reversed and the guy was filming himself but you were in the background? I'm sure you'd be posting that to Instagram and be saying something like, this guy's trying to film me and make it look like he's filming himself. Meech says, I mean, it is a good angle, but still too much work, though. Are we working out or what? Lordy, exactly. How are you getting any workouts in if you're filming the whole time? Because I film things quite often, and I'll tell you, it takes 3 times longer to do any task if you're filming it. Okay? That's just the nature of filming and takes and things don't work perfect every time and framing isn't perfect every time. It's so annoying. KO says, I don't have iPhone options. The juice is loose. Yes, that's right. Meeches that dude's face. Absolutely, man. I totally identify with this guy. And now here's another thing you can do. If you realize you're in the background of someone's video, and I feel like this girl's a good sport about it, but also these guys are hilarious. So check out the dudes in the background of this video. Sorry, this is Joey Swole on TikTok, of course. I'm muted over here. Here we go. I don't know if she has stupid... Now look, I see the guys there. The one guy clocked it right away, and his friend didn't see it yet. Wait. Now, she's embarrassed, like normal humans should be, and if you don't have any humility or embarrassment about filming yourself in public, you know, maybe you should examine that, because I think this feeling of embarrassment is 100% normal.
Absolutely love.
And she was like a really good sport about that too. That was a great one. I thought that was good. You know, like some people do have a good attitude about it. KO says, I've been getting less yoga in for filming. I need a week off. You do. You got to take care of yourself.
If you plan on recording in the gym, always be aware of others who may not want to be in your shot.
Now, you might think this is creepy. This guy is with this girl. Okay, they're filming. They're filming something together.
Oh, go ahead. Don't worry about the camera, bro. I just want to make sure you're okay with being like in the background and stuff like that.
Like, if you don't want the shot, I'll
No, you're totally good, bro. Yeah, it's a public gym, so we're all good.
See, this is the attitude we need to have. If you want to film yourself in the gym, fine. But you can talk to the people around you. It's very easy to do. Now, this girl has a different point, and I kind of disagree with her, but check this out.
If you've been scared to record in the gym, like bring a tripod and record, like that makes you uncomfortable, but you want to record, or you want, like you have this like grand idea, but they let...
Now, hot take. If you're scared to record in the gym or embarrassed to record in the gym, you're normal. You can end the video right there.
I think stopping you is like the tripod in the gym. Take it from me.
Leave the tripod at home. You do not need it.
You will regret not recording. Like, you're gonna be uncomfortable bringing the tripod. You're gonna be, like, everyone's gonna be uncomfortable. But then that's it. It ends.
Everyone is uncomfortable, and that is why you shouldn't bring the tripod.
Like, you leave the gym and you have your content. And that can be life-changing. So why would you...
Absolutely.
First of all, why would you stop that?
Nothing wrong with making content. If you are embarrassed to make content, don't be. Because idiots like me can do it, you can do it. But having a little humility and respect in public is a good thing.
For other people, that doesn't even make sense. But I just feel like I don't want anybody to miss their opportunities, because TikTok has really changed my life. And I know it can change so many other people's lives. The thing that's stopping people is, like, people don't want to record. They're uncomfortable. And I understand it's uncomfortable to record. I get that. But that's like the hurdle. Like, that's the one big hurdle. And then once you do it...
Yeah. There's a reason it's a big hurdle. Because it's annoying and no one wants you to. So keep that in mind. I don't want to yuck anyone's yum. If you want to make fitness content, absolutely do it. But your fitness content should feature you and you only. Nietzsche says, God, we have totally devolved as a society with our devices. Wake up, people. I cannot agree more. KO says, that is so cute. She only cares about herself. Yeah, exactly, guys. I don't care about anyone else. You shouldn't either. Now, this girl actually has some great advice. If you do want to film in the gym, this is legit advice. KO says this is what social media has done.
A year and a half now, and all I have to say is if you're like feeling shy in the gym or whatever, no one really cares about you. Ain't nobody thinking about you. Everyone is the main character in their own story. If you think they're paying attention to you, they're probably not, or they might for a couple of seconds, think about it, and then it's gone. So just do your thing. Film your content. The risk is definitely worth the reward if you are consistent. Like, you can make a lot of money doing this and have a great support and just a good outlet, I think. So just thanks.
I mean, that's great. And I don't want to, I would never want to discourage anyone from doing the thing that they enjoy. You know, and this girl is doing it in a way that is not disturbing others. So, if you see, the mic is clipped to her clothing there, and that allows her to talk in a normal volume and still be heard on the camera, which I like the respect aspect of it, because she's not interrupting others quite as much by having that cordless mic, lav mic, whatever. But also, I don't know if it's necessary, but I don't watch fitness content, so maybe I'm stupid. So here, here's the right way to go about asking people if you can film around them. She says, my camera's there. Are you all right being in the background? She says, as long as you get the right side of me, and points at the back of her head. That's cute. You're absolutely right. Some people do not want anyone to see their gym face. You're absolutely right about that. She says, oh, it doesn't worry me. I'm too far past that. Aw, see, that's sweet. She says, I'll try not to outshine you. That's great. I love that. That is very wholesome. I thought this girl had a great take as well.
Just to put this out there in case anyone is going through this, but if you go to a workout class, go to the gym, etc., and you're recording yourself, and I happen to be in the background, and you don't blur me out or crop me out, people will be in the comments commenting on how thick I am. So it might take away from the purpose of your content. I just want that to be clear.
Absolutely love that, you guys. That's Taryn Parker on TikTok, and she says, totally fine to film around her, but all of your comments are going to be about her and will totally detract from the subject of your video. So be careful of that. If you're filming around Taryn, I thought that was really funny. That's right, KO. We don't want to yuck anyone's yum here. Oh, look, the sun is setting. You can kind of see the lights in the room now. That's nice. I thought that was great. That girl's cute. That's a great attitude to have. And I really, yeah, Meech says she's amazing. Yeah, 100%. This is the kind of confidence I need in my life. You know, like what a great person. So that's Taryn Parker on TikTok. If you want to check out her channel, that's TERYN, Taryn Parker. So yeah, I love that. This topic was interesting to me because I wasn't sure, you know, going into it, what the female perspective was going to be. Like what I mean, I knew what the different sides would be, but I didn't know kind of like where the majority opinion kind of lies. But after watching those and tons of other videos, I feel like most people are fine with anyone making content in the gym. totally, that's cool. But make sure that it's just you in the video and that you don't ignore your background. Because, yeah, sure, you might go in there and perfectly, motion track and rotoscope everyone's face out of there. But just in the off chance that you're editing these videos on your phone, I totally get not wanting to be on the videos in the first place, and that is something that you have to respect as a gym goer and as someone who's filming at the gym where other people have paid to be. Going to the gym's tough for some people. It requires some confidence, It requires a little bit of not caring what others think. So when you're going to the gym and you feel like already you're on a stage and then someone brings a camera in, it can be really off-putting. So if you're going to film, set up in the corner. Get in the back of the class. Make sure the wall is the background instead of the 15 other people who are working in the gym. I don't think that's crazy. Making fitness content is here nor there. I mean, I don't know why anyone is watching someone else walk on the treadmill or do the stair stepper machine, but if you're trying to improve your form for a certain lift or a certain exercise or a certain yoga pose, absolutely get wanting to record yourself so that you can judge yourself later. Just, make sure my big belly is not on your video, you know what I'm saying? Meech says, KO says, Meech had 4 mimosas for breakfast. Meech says, I wish. I can't drink all day. Oh, yeah, that's right. Can't drink all day if you don't start in the morning. That's right. That's absolutely right. That's words to live by from our friend Meech. KO says it's JJO's rule. Yes, it's his ethos. You can't drink all day if you don't start in the morning. I still need to try that thing too. You know what? I'm gonna get that too. I'm gonna get the beatbox. We gotta try the beatbox on Friday for Johnny. So on Friday we'll try the beatbox blue juice, whatever that is, and maybe a couple other things too. So hey, thank y'all for hanging out. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. If this is your first time here, hit that subscribe button. I am Mr. 30-something subs, and I am so happy to have you. We're here every Monday and Friday at 7 p.m. Feel free to join us. Jump in the chat. Say hello. Make a comment. Smack that like button. And I will see y'all on Friday. Peace.